All right, let's get right into it. You know those days when you just feel frustrated, annoyed, or stressed out? We've all been there. But what if I told you that a huge chunk of those negative feelings, yeah, everything from a tiny irritation to just pure rage, all comes from one single hidden mistake. It's a mistake we make every single day without even realizing it. And in this explainer, we are going to expose it. I mean, think about it for a second. Why can a random negative comment online, or someone criticizing your favorite team, or even just a weird look from a total stranger, why can that completely throw off your entire day? How can something so external have such a massive impact on what's going on inside you? It doesn't really make sense, but it happens to us all the time. Now, here's where it gets really wild. According to the spiritual teachings we're looking at, a staggering 100% of our anger is caused by this one little subconscious mistake. 100%. Not just some of it, all of it. So, what is this powerful hidden thing that's running the show? Okay, let's pull back the curtain. The source of all this emotional chaos actually has a name, and I'm guessing it's not what you think it is. It's a really subtle mental habit that just flies completely under our radar. And here it is. The culprit is called false identification. And what that really means is it's the mistake of attaching your sense of self, your I, to things that are not actually you. It's when your brain subconsciously says things like, I am my job, or I am my car, or I am this political opinion. You're basically fusing your identity with something totally separate from you. To see this taken to a crazy, tragic extreme, just look at Mark Chapman, the guy who shot John Lennon. He was such an obsessive fan that over time, he subconsciously crossed a very dangerous line. He didn't just admire John Lennon anymore, he actually started to feel that he was John Lennon. Now that's a very conscious and terrible case of false identification. But for you and me, this happens in much, much smaller ways every single day. Let's break down how this sneaks up on us with a super simple example. Imagine you're asked to water a plant. Okay, simple enough. At first, you're just associated with it, right? It's just a task. But as you keep taking care of it, it subtly becomes your plant. That's step 2, attachment. Then, one day, a friend comes over and says, that plant is ugly. And you feel it, that sting. You feel personally offended. Why? Because you just made the final leap. Identification. An insult to the plant has now become an insult to you. You've given a piece of your I away to a plant. And of course, this isn't just about plants or rock stars. This quiet little process of false identification, well, it takes over pretty much every part of our lives. It creates this whole network of fragile, false versions of ourselves. You know, if you could take a selfie of your mind, you'd see it's just crowded with all these little false I's. There's the I that is your job title, the I that is your cool car, the I that is your strongly held political opinion, the I that is your relationship status, the I that is your body. The list goes on and on. We build our entire sense of who we are on dozens of these external, temporary things. So what's the big deal? Why is this a problem? Well, here's the crucial point. Every single one of these false identities is built on something that's totally outside of your control. Your job? You could lose it. Your car? It can get scratched. Your body is definitely going to age. And opinions change all the time. This makes that false I fundamentally deeply insecure. It's living under constant threat, and on some level, it knows it. And the emotional fallout from that insecurity, it's huge. That deep, shaky feeling is the direct source of our worst emotions. When our false identity feels threatened, boom, we feel stress. When it doesn't get what it wants, boom, we feel anger. When we see someone else get what our false I wants, boom, we feel envy. You see, it all grows from that one single insecure root. Living like this, it's like being caught in a trap. The more you feed these false identities, the bigger and more insecure they get. But there is a way out. There is a really powerful antidote to this whole cycle of insecurity. The solution is to learn to shift our focus from that false I to what we can call the true I. Just look at the difference here. The false I is insecure. It's attached. It's super reactive. And all of that leaves it feeling empty. But the true I, which we can also call the observer, is the complete opposite. It's naturally secure. It's detached. It's peaceful. And that leads to a feeling of being whole or full. So who is this observer? The great news is it's not some new personality you have to go out and build. It's the real you. It's the part that's been there the whole time, just buried underneath all those false identities. The observer is the part of you that just watches life happen without judgment and without getting attached to the outcome. A really beautiful way to get a feel for the observer's mindset is this metaphor. Think of yourself as a guest on this planet. Now, a guest is involved, right? They enjoy the house, they talk to people, they use the furniture, but they don't identify with it. If someone decides to rearrange the living room, a guest doesn't take it personally. They stay peaceful and detached. That is the perspective of the observer. Okay, so this sounds great, but how do we actually do it? Here's a simple 4-step practice you can try. The very next time you feel that sting of anger or you feel offended, just stop. First, just notice the reaction. Don't judge it, just see it. Second, ask yourself this question. What am I identifying with right now? Is it my opinion? Is it my looks? My role as a smart person? Third, just for a second, see how absurd it is. Isn't it a little strange to give your core sense of self, your I, to something so temporary? And finally, step 4, consciously take a mental step back into that calm, secure role of the observer, the one who is just watching it all happen. And this isn't just a one-time mental trick. This is a practice that really builds into a whole new way of living. It's a path to real freedom. By doing this, you start to untangle yourself from all the drama, and you begin to reclaim this amazing sense of inner peace and strength that doesn't depend on anything happening outside of you. So, all of this leaves us with a pretty profound question to think about. If you strip away all of those false identifications, if you let go of your possessions, your roles, your opinions, even your physical body, what's left? If you are not any of those things, then who really are you?